we're here in the Porsche Taycan Turbo without turbo, with a total cost of 148,000 right now at the moment, with 16% tax. I will just do a brake test now, so hold the camera tight. 3, 2, 1. Oof!
I'm dead.
Yeah, from 50 to 0, and just like that. Porsche brakes, what do we expect?
Cool.
So first of all, we will do the bumpy road test. Close the windows, just turn on the aircon just a bit. The setting now is in normal mode, there is no comfort mode. You can just shift it in Sport, Sport Plus, or in your special own configuration. I wouldn't want to do this in Sport Plus, but on the bumpy road for a sports car, it really feels comfortable. I really am surprised. This car has a battery with a total capacity of 93.4 kilowatt hours. The effective usable capacity is 83.7 kilowatt hours. One thing that's not included in the price, and that's a bit typical Porsche price politics. A heat pump is not included, but you will need it in winter to save energy. And there is also 150 kilowatt charger not included. That would cost 406 euros roundabout extra. Have to explain something about that. The usual 270 kilowatt 800 volt fast charging, or better said super fast charging, is not for option, it's always included. 100 kilowatt or 150 kilowatt hour fast charging with for 400 volt chargers is for option. If a charger can only work with 400 volts instead of 800, which will charge the Porsche very fast, without the optional 150 kilowatt hour charging, this car would only charge or get charged with 50 kilowatt hours. So that would cost some extra cash. It's worth the money. Heat pump is necessary, worth the money. So in that case it would be around about 149,500 euros at the moment. Still around about 30,000 cheaper than the Turbo S without turbo. The big difference between both cars, just beside of the bigger brake discs, which are more usable for the racetrack, for daily driving. This one brakes good enough. Both of the cars have an engine power of 625 HP, but when you are in Sport Plus mode and in launch mode, just to start the car and go as fast as possible, then the Taycan Turbo just only unleashes 680 HP so-called overboost, and 850 Newton meters of torque. The Turbo S without turbo has 1050 Newton meters of torque, and it can unleash in the launch procedure 761 HP. Quite a different. From 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, this one goes in 3.2 seconds, and from 100 to 200 kilometers per hour, 10.6 seconds. The Turbo S does it from 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds, and to 200 in 9.6 seconds. The Turbo will also accelerate from 80 to 120 kilometers in just 1.9 seconds. So it is quick. Better said fast. And one thing is for sure, if you put the hammer down in public traffic for 5 seconds, the next thing you will see is a police officer shredding your driving license. Just that from 60 to, yeah. To say something about the regen braking, because when I put the foot off the pedal, it just rolls. There is no, you don't feel a regen braking, and to adjust or to activate the regen braking, you have to put the brake pedal just a bit down with your foot. Otherwise the car will just glide on the road. So it's more like a normal automatic car, which is quite of the shame, because the so-called one-pedal drive most of the electric cars use is just very good comfort feature. So because of the brake-by-wire, the board computer will decide how many kilowatt hours go back to the battery and when the brake pads will hit the steel. And now we are standing in traffic with a car with a top speed of 260. Yay! Traffic is the big equal maker. Doesn't matter if you have a Dodge Sandero, or better said, an electric car. Topics. A Renault Twizy or a Rimac Concept 2. Steering is very good, very precise, but not nervous. Build quality is very good. And some people now would say the Porsche Taycan Turbo is a very expensive car. Yes. But in Porsche language, it's some kind of the bargain of the year, because you won't get a cheaper Porsche, a new one, with 625 HP. While we're standing here, this is the drive mode, so you can navigate from Sport, Sport Plus, Individual, and in range mode to make it economic and cut down some power. Some buttons at the steering wheel, but only a few. banana cockpit display. Nice done, but you cannot see everything. The steering wheel is electrical, adjustable in height and length. And just a fun fact by side, while we are more or less stuck in traffic. This is not the first electrical Porsche. The first electric vehicle built by or developed by Ferdinand Porsche was in 1898, so 122 years ago. On the motorway, come on, let's go. Don't set the indicator. No, smart in front of us, and the Volkswagen Touran. Just put the camera on the speedo and we will go a bit. Yeah. Almost 160. And acceleration now. Pushing full. It goes like a brilliant. If you would ask me what is the best car in the world, last year I would have said definitely 100% clear the BMW M5. Because it's family car, business car, and you can use it on a track and race like hell. But right here, right now, I have to make up my mind, I guess. If you would ask me again, I would say this Porsche Taycan turbo without turbo. Because you can use it as a family car, as a business car, and go like hell on the racetrack, especially with the Turbo S, and that's really high praise. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will take this car for shopping and see how big the boot and really is, how much space there is when we'll do shopping. Do we have to occupy the rear seats or not? Yeah, that's it for now. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and have a nice day.